Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live. We are live. Big up to everyone locked in. This is the late night transfer talk, transfer vibes. Even though we're 14th and we still haven't won the Europa League, but who cares? We're here to discuss the news, man, because I thought, I can't lie to you, it was just rumors. But there is big cases for transfers happening right now. Big up to everyone locked in. We have some panel members with me today. A few more may be coming on their way. Man like Elite Pundit is in the building. What are you saying, Elite Pundit?
I'm feeling good. Cunha news is the best news I've heard all season, I think. Obviously, we're still gonna wait for it to be official. He's holding the shirt and all that stuff, but it's very good sounds that we're hearing that he wants to join. So I'm feeling good. That's good first step for the summer.
Yeah, defo man. We've got match day shells in the building as well. What you say, broski?
Hey man, that's by the news. I'm saying 14th place, but we're marching on. Large up Saeed, large up everyone on the panel. Thanks for having me always. You know what I'm saying? All of my accounts, social media, all that stuff. Let's get
Come on. Yeah, man. And then we got Marwan here from Football Locker Room. Big up to you. What you saying, bro?
Big up, man. Big up, Saeed. Big up everyone on the panel. Big up the chat. Yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. Thanks for having me on again as well. And yeah, man. Looking forward to the video.
Big up to you. We got early super chat. Big up for Omar N, man. Appreciate the donation, bro. He says, Cunha and Amorim have the same agent. As much as I like Cunha, I don't like this type of signing because it led us getting Højlund for 64 million, 8 million add-ons when it's worth a fraction of that. But I'd rather just get the Europa League win before talking transfers, man. I hear you, but it is news, man. You know what I mean? We're here to discuss Man United news, and you can't hide away from it, man. Cunha, Omar N's not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, it is serious, man, then. Like, when I heard it first, I said to myself, nah, it hasn't got really any backbone to it. But then Fabrizio came out, you know, and he's saying that, yo, Man United are looking to get this done quickly. You know, he's got a 63.5 million release clause, I believe. You know, listen, me and Elite Pundit have been talking about this guy for about a year or two. More Elite Pundit because he was been on it, man. But yeah, Elite Pundit, man, we have to go and get this brother, man. We have to. This one's a key one for me. Like, you know, the release clause, pay for it. You got Premier League quality. I mean, this season, how many goals has he got? 17 this season, 14 last season. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer for me, man. Absolute no-brainer. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I've wanted Cunha even before we got Amorim. I think a lot of people maybe feel that maybe we're getting Cunha because we are playing this new formation. I wanted him regardless of Amorim. I wanted him before that. So
Yeah.
he's just a really good player. He's a special player, I think. He's able to do something in a game, put the game on his back and, win you matches, which is what we're lacking right now. We don't have any forwards that win us games. We don't have any person that can do anything special. We don't have anybody that can carry the ball. We don't have anybody that wants to pick up the ball when things are difficult. So, listen, he's not a perfect player. Nobody's a perfect player, but we're signing him at a good age. He hasn't peaked yet. He hasn't hit his peak. He's 25, 26. So
yeah, he's 26 in May.
Yeah, he's getting to where we want him to be. In the next 4 years is when he's going to start hitting his peak. That's what we want at Manchester United because we're going to need those kind of players. So I've seen so much stuff about, he's running, he's walking. I've never seen that stat in my life. This is the first time I've seen anybody bring up how often you walk in regards to a player.
Game's gone, man. The game's gone.
Why are people so invested in I want to be right that he flops so I can say I told you so? It's like, why is that your mentality as a Man United fan? You should be excited for a signing to do well, especially for a player that not just Manchester United want. There are a number of other Premier League clubs that are looking at him as well. So it's not like as if we're signing someone that doesn't have any competition. And in regards to the fee, are you telling me you'd have signed someone like Cunha for less than £50 million? Without
exactly.
It's not happening. So maybe we're slightly overpaying. I maybe wanted him for 55 million, which is what I was looking at. So maybe we're overpaying for maybe 7 million or so. We can recoup that.
You'd rather pay that though than pay Eze for the same price.
I'd rather get Cunha, and listen, we can sell someone from the academy and recoup some of that money anyway. It's not a huge overpay for me. For the talent of player you're getting, you know what he can do. This is not. I don't know what Cunha can do. He's coming from a foreign league. We've seen him in the Premier League. We've seen him perform consistently. It ticks all the boxes. So the question now is, he's the first piece. What do you now put around him to maximize his talent? That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, facts. Bro, you know what it is for me? Great ball carrier. For me, in terms of his shooting ability as well, he's got if you look at his last 40 shots, most of his shots are going in on target, bro. There's not a case of where you see these weak shots and that. He's got a good striking ability, and bro, he's technically the levels he's gonna take us technically is gonna be up there, man. Bro, you see him? He's keeping that Brazilian flair. When I looked at that Brazilian team, I was like, this team don't look Brazilian. He looks Brazilian. You know what I'm saying to you? He's got trickery. He's got ball carrying ability. He's got a bit of flair. He can shoot. And when you got to look at it, he's what, 25, 60 odd million, broski. And when you look at what Wolves bought him for 50 million. Has his price dropped from Wolves, or has it been increased? So we're saying that it's only been increased by 13 million, brother. I see this as a no-brainer. What are you saying, Charles? What are you a fan of him?
You hit nail on the head. This is a no-brainer, bro. Do you know, even before, like you said, Elite Pundit, United were linked with him when he was at Atletico Madrid. I don't know if you man remember.
I remember.
Atletico Madrid, Now he's playing in a system where it's the identical system to what we have in the Wolves and the United thing. It's identical. They play 3-4-3. Like you said, the physical flooring that he's gonna raise and the technical level that he's gonna bring to United is, bro. We know what we're getting. You're paying 60 million. You're getting a guy straight from the Prem that's done it for Wolves, bro. He's got 14 goals this season, 4 assists. Whenever United play against him, bro, it's long. You watch it, like you said, you watch his last 40 goals. The guy is a shooter. Whether that's playing, you can play a ST as a false 9, or you can play him as one of the left 10s. So no-brainer for me. 60 million, I don't understand. What are we doing here? You're not really going to get any cheaper in the market. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you have to get this is ready-made, suited for the system. And, bro, if we don't get him, someone else is going to get him, and then it's just going to be long. So United need to do it. I'm glad they're making the steps now. Get it done. Let me see him in a red shirt and go from there.
Facts. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, man. Like, you know what it is for me? I know there's going to be a lot of players, a lot of teams after him, man. And this is where United have got to be early, bro. We're hearing that these man want him by the 1st of June. That's perfect. That's music to my ears, man. Like, you got to get. We can't be missing out on these players. And then next thing you know, you're fighting next players for players that you don't really feel like they can do it, bro. Like, I don't see him like the type of player to be almost phased by Old Trafford. I don't see it, bro. Like, he's already played at a couple of top clubs, you know. RB Leipzig, Real Madrid, not Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. You know, Wolves, he's done it. Mash work for Wolves. Like, I don't see him like being feared by the role, bro. And he can play in the role as well. The left 10 role is what he plays at for flipping Wolverhampton.
Yep.
So there ain't no kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, there ain't no, you're playing in a position that you're not used to.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. The only thing that people have been saying is the attitude, bro. United.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
Someone with a bit of personality up there, bro. We are like when you're a striker and you're affecting games, like, you got to have some sort of personality to you. Like, why are we shunning away from this? When he's at United, you think he's not going to pattern up? This guy, if you look at the interviews, this is the dream club for us. Do you know what I'm saying? His dream club, bro. Like, no brainer, but. Yeah, man. Yeah,
but we need that personality, though. We need that energy, bro. Like, we see man are shook. Look at Hoyle and them, man. Like, they're crumbling, bro. Like, we have to like you know what I'm saying? We have to like make sure. Oh, but are you okay? Oh, is he all right? Nah, bro. You want to be able to put pressure on strikers. You want to be able to cost this guy and say, "Yo, fix up, bro." All of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, but you got to feel sorry for him. He's young." Nah, bro. He should come in and raise the levels. And if he don't, then we can criticize him. There ain't no as well bedded in period. There ain't no kind of like, yo, I'm expecting Cunha to come in and deliver. Yeah, cool. There's a bedded in process and he's getting used to the system, whatever. But I expect this guy to come in and slot in quickly. You know what I mean? You have to, bro. You're experienced. You know the Premier League. The manager. You apparently got same agents as him as well. You know, like this is a very, very much a match made in heaven. Without gassing it up, it is a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I'm very happy it's the first. Like, we've talked about the attack all season being dire. So for me, addressing the attack with the first transfer, June 1st, get him in. Like, I want to be more excited, but I'm also kind of be like, it's Man United. Wait for like the
yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know why. I don't know why people wouldn't be happy for this transfer. Like, you can't find. There are not too many other players that can play this role in the system right now. In our current situation where we're going to finish bottom half, possibly without Champions League football, and the player is still saying, "I want to join you. I want to be the main man." What are we doing here? Like, I find that very confusing. Right. Why people might find it negative for this.
He's fully twerking though. Like, I did love it though. Like, when he was signing all those autographs. I'm not sure if you saw it, but like all the Man United autographs, he was sitting there taking it all in before the game. And I rate it. A lot of people are saying bad attitude, but a lot of people are saying the same thing about Mazraoui before he came. So, and look how.
Yeah. They were. Are you a fan? What are you saying, Mal? What can he bring for you? Or is it the right move? Is it a bit too expensive? What are you saying, Mal?
In the beginning, I thought it was too expensive, but at the same time, when I found out that it's a release clause and you can pay it in installments, I thought, why not? Does he have quality? Yes. Will he improve any team in the Premier League? Any top 6 team? Yes. He's got a bit about him as well, which I like. Only thing I don't know, how he would cook in a 10 in this system, because Amorim likes his tends to be really fast and athletic. So, but Shell said it. I wouldn't mind seeing him up front. Maybe imagine Xerxes up top or Delap or whatever, interchanging. It could work. But again, he's a quality player, bro. He's a quality player. I think that's why even Wolves they can't hold him back. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like Elite Pundit said, I just don't want to say too much until
Cunha is fast and athletic.
Yeah, trust. That's what I was gonna say, man.
Yeah, he is, but he's all carrying.
I know he's skillful, and I know you can't get the ball off him. But you know, like a runner, is he that type of runner?
Yeah,
bro.
You don't pick up L Phase, by the way. Yeah, my man. Yeah, the Didlo that supports fucking Real Madrid, yeah. The guy went up and put up the stats time ago for what he was doing at Atletico Madrid. Where he had the best pressing stats, the best running stats, the best tackling stats for a striker, as a striker, which is impressive, by the way. So that dude there already had the guy up in lights before. So it's like, how about he just don't rate Wolves, maybe?
But do you not see him more as like a wide player or an actual number 10?
Actual number 10, bro. Is it 10? Is it 10? 100%.
Why do we need convincing? Why do we need convincing? I ain't got long back.
No, I don't need convincing.
I know. When I say we, I mean as a collective of fan base. I saw a post, on Twitter, fam. Please, I don't know about Cunha. Someone convince me. We employ.
Yeah, but it's rage baiting, man. They're trying to find.
No. He's picking up all these other signings. I've seen it. I'm going on this page. Delap and them, man. Yeah, the promised land, he calling it. And I said, brother, we employ Garnacho and Mason Mount. What do you mean? Convince me? Are you mad?
Cunha, he doesn't have very good PR. That's what it is. Cunha
he has
very good PR.
He
doesn't have people who come out like, they don't talk about him on Sky. No one really talks about him like that, really. He hasn't really been hyped like that. Like, even when you see his stats, I was looking at his numbers. I'm like, this guy's been very consistent. Like, people don't really talk about him. Like, I know this season people are starting to mention because he has a release clause and he's been linked to United. They're starting to mention how good he is. But for the most part, he's been doing well for the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 seasons. He's been doing really well, carrying Wolves. He's the reason why they didn't get relegated this season, in my opinion, right?
100%.
Him and
the other brother as well. Both of them have been good.
He's
might be a howler. This might be a howler, but doesn't he remind you a bit of Depay at Memphis? A little bit.
No, bro.
Nah. He ain't got the ball carrying ability like that. Memphis. At the start, he was a good dribbler, but then I don't know, man. For me, with Cunha, there's purpose and conviction. With Depay, there weren't conviction in his running. There weren't conviction, bro. Depay would flirt around the idea of beating a man. It would work. It wouldn't work. With Cunha, it's just, bro, like, man, just a little quick tap. See you later. Man, like, just a little flick over the top. Like, it's smooth with it. It's smooth with it. You know what I mean? And for me, Depay didn't have any end product. With them, Cunha, there is end product with it, bro.
It's a very different player. It's like, it's hard for me to say, Cunha is like this kind of player. He's very a little bit very unique. At first, I thought he was kind of like Gabriel Jesus. But he's different.
Gabriel Jesus is more technically better. I think Gabriel Jesus is more skillful. Is more, I don't know, man. I feel like Gabriel Jesus is more. What's the word, man? I don't know.
Jesus has more of that center of gravity, lower center of gravity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Height or whatever, but he has that center of gravity. But Cunha has that. If you give him the ball, like, he can just take it in bigger spaces, eat yards like no man's business, and like get past people, like just drags your team up the pitch. It's very hard to shake off the ball.
More of an athlete.
He's more of an athlete.
Yeah.
He's more of a dangerous goal scorer because he shoots from outside the box. Like if you give him that ball near the D, anywhere near the box, he's going to shoot with both feet, right? And he can score goals in the box as well. So he's just more of a complete player for me than maybe Jesus was. But, I thought they were kind of selling him, but they're not. They're not really. He's kind of created his own identity as a player since he's gone to Wolves. And now found himself in this position. And, we kind of all know we needed a unique player for this 10 role, right? And I think he's just like I don't want to say godsend to that position for us. I think he will slot in really well for us in that position because I think he will understand what Amorim wants him to do.
Facts, man. You don't have to micromanage him. You know what I mean? Like I just think for me, we're crying out for somebody as well that has got a good ball striking ability. You feel me? Yeah. Like edge of the box. You know what I mean? In the 10. You know what I'm saying to you? I just. You know what it is for me? It's too good to be true, man. I don't know whether
it's crazy, man.
It's too good to be true, man. I ain't really like. I've not been seeing it. I've not been tweeting. I've not been tweeting about Cunha. I'm staying away. You're only gonna see me on YouTube. I'm not gonna be tweeting about no transfers until I see the shirt is here, bro. Because I've been burnt by by players who basically were linked with these sort of top draw players. And the next thing you know, they go to another club, and then you're like,
I think Cunha wants us so bad. That's the thing. He's wanted us for more than one
but then
season.
if United don't pursue it, and then he gets a bit restless, he's the type of guy to say, "Yo, bun you, man. Then I'm gonna go leave."
It'll be tough. I don't know. I
Maybe.
think you have the same attitude as Ugarte, where Ugarte was like, "I just want to join United, no one else." That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I think was possibly going to happen.
Guys,
United shouldn't waste any time. We need him for preseason day one.
Don't think it's quite weird, that as soon as we lose to Wolves, the next day,
I said this, bro.
Apparently, his parents were there at the game, and the agents were speaking to his parents, and that. That's what I was hearing.
Bro, he rocked up like it was a training game, bro. Rocked up, started rubbing the grass all over him. All of that. Came on and just cooked, bro. Like he made it look easy, and a lot of people can't perform in that stadium. You know, like some people, it's too big for them, bro. But
Cunha is different, man. His mindset is. That's why it boggles me when people say he has a bad attitude. The dude wants to win.
Bro. Everyone's got a bad attitude, man.
I'm so confused by the whole bad attitude thing. It's a strange accusation to make for such a player.
Are we giving him a number 7 though? What number is he taking? Someone needs to leave.
Bro, he's taking that Mason Mount number.
I think it'll be number 10.
Who's number 10? Rashford. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Rashford number. Yeah, Rashford could take that one. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, every outlet is saying that he's obviously coming to Man United. There's other Saudi apparently linked with him, also Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? Is this based on the Champions League football? Is he? I don't know. We talk about other players, but is this one you think with or without Champions League football we're getting them? Like,
absolutely,
you have to, bro.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's coming from Wolves to Man United, man. Let's not do this, and he's gassed. Like, if United are serious, if United do what they need to do, you get Cunha, no problems. It's that simple.
I don't feel him and Casemiro like talking after the game. You know, there's something there, bro.
Amorim has had his hands around his shoulder. Like each time we've played this, 2 times we played them, Amorim has had his hand around his shoulder, talking to him. So, no, I think for Amorim, he's personally come out and said, "This is the guy I need for this system," and he's told the hierarchy, "This is the guy that I want for this system." I think we can sign 2-3 players without sales, number one, and then without Champions League football, there are people who we are going to be able to buy. What's going to get sticky is when we want to do that additional forward or additional wing back or center back, or central midfielder. That's when we're going to need to sell maybe more people or need Champions League football.
Yeah, I agree. I think
we are pretty set on who we want to target. All these names that are coming out right now, all these names, like this has been probably months of work that we've been putting in. Like we are basically letting the media know, hey, this is who we're going for. And this is when we're going to start telling agents or players, we're confirming our interest for you for the summer. So, no, this is what we're doing. You do that now. So, when the summer opens, the player is not confused on, is Manchester United coming in for me? I'm not really sure. They haven't said anything. I haven't spoken to them in months. But you tell them now, so they know, okay, they're going to pay the release clause. This is when they say they're going to do it.
Yeah.
People know what they're doing, and players know what they're doing. If they're going to stay around for a medical, that kind of stuff, you need to let the clubs and players know now instead of waiting to the summer.
Facts, bro. I remember back in the day, man, United used to be quick, man. You know what I mean? Remember our club used to be quick, signing players, bro, no messing around, man. I mean, today, Nathan Salt and Chris Wheeler basically reported that Man United intend to trigger the release clause of 62 million for Cunha and 30 million for Liam Delap. Decide both players want the transfer window opens on June the 1st. United want to wrap up both deals as quickly as possible. Imagine that, bro. Like, the thing is with the 62.5 million, you can play that in installments, innit? So you're not really necessarily playing that over straight away. And then the 30 million is 30 million. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, what are we saying about that as a pair? Like, yeah. Kaz, you're on mute. You're on mute.
I've got a dip, but I'm just going to say this. It's funny now, the last 3 players were kind of linked off that dude from South America, Don't know nothing.
Yeah, we're going to discuss that as well.
Cunha, Liam Delap. All 3 of them got what in common? They all got release clauses.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll leave
it at that. And then, release, big up to you, Kaz, man. Love, bro. Yeah, release clause that you can pay in installments, basically. that what we're doing? Installments FC, yeah? Is that what we're on now? Yeah.
No, I mean, almost every transfer is done in installments, really. It really is.
Yeah.
If the selling club wants to be a bit of a pain in the butt, that they'll decide to make you pay release clause in full or whatever upfront. And I don't think the Wolves are going to do that, especially since they had a deal with Cunha that he was going to leave this summer. Yeah. So I think they're going to make it as straightforward as possible. If the club wants, as long as they meet the fee, I don't think they're going to mind splashing it out over the course of 5 years or something like that. But Delap, I mean, we'll see. I think.
I feel like there's a negative. I feel like there's a negative feeling around Delap. I don't really get it. I don't really see it. There is
Saeed, we've talked about Delap for a while. We've talked about Delap for. I think it's also because there's a potential Osimhen, and because, if I'm being honest, the fan base has been hit by young striker. There's a bit of PTSD there where they don't want to sign a guy that's young, and then we're kind of like, well, he's young. We want someone that we know. Osimhen is a bagsman. He's scored goals wherever he's gone. We need someone that's going to come in and just carry it. And I thought about it today, and I was like, I kind of don't want to go through that again. I mean, I know Delap is more rounded. He's had a season in the Premier League. He's going to be coming off from a better foundation than Højlund, obviously, but I still just want to go into it again. I know if we put the ball in the right area, I know Osimhen is going to be there. There's no question. There's no extra coaching. We don't need to be hearing Rio Ferdinand say, "Oh, this guy needs to do this to improve his game." I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to be hearing my striker talked about like as if he's a freaking child. Like
Elite Pundit, I'm not sure if you can agree, but they're two complete different types of players and strikers. Like Osimhen is that like he dominates the box, and he breathes and lives off like second balls, and anyway it's gonna go in. Pause, but anyway it's gonna go in. Whereas Delap, he has to drop deep. He's a better dribbler on the ball. I would say Osimhen's maybe more clinical than him, but technically on the ball, I think Delap's better. What do you guys think?
That's the problem is though. Do we need someone who's great outside the box? Because we've got that with Cunha and Ahmad. Or do we just get someone Osimhen who's deadly in the box?
But I want Osimhen. I want Osimhen.
Yeah, do you then go on Osimhen? You stay in the box, we'll find you. Or are we doing the whole thing where we're still kind of hustling, bustling, and what I'm saying? Like we're kind of, what I'm saying? We need still ball carriers.
I'm happy with either or, but I feel like why I'm leaning towards Osimhen is just because we've done the young striker thing, innit? But the only thing how it's different is that Liam Delap has done it for a Premier League club, innit? And it's at Switch. So
big up S Madison. Don't sleep on Xerxes. I fully agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Xerxes is going to be starting though. I'm happy to keep Xerxes as the backup and get rid of Højlund and keep Xerxes in it. But I think that's the only issue. But I'm happy to take either just because he's got the Prem background around him already. I think if you put them two in the United lineup currently, because we put Cunha and Delap, or Cunha, let's just say Cunha and Delap for now. United's whole situation changes. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to see a complete difference just adding those two players, because especially Cunha, what he gives you that we haven't had in that role is completely different. Like, even now, going back to Cunha as well, one thing no one mentioned is his ability his shot creation. Like, the guy gets the ball in tight spaces, shifts it, bang. We don't have someone like that. How seen Kane, who's not the quickest of it. All he needs is a yard and it's in. We are crying out for a player like this, bro. So
Bruno's the only one we got that does
he's not a striker, innit?
I know, yeah, but I'm just saying Bruno's the only one where it's just turn out and he'll get a shot off. I ain't seen that from like Rasmus Højlund, bro. It's like he's allergic to shooting. Honestly,
that guy don't know what shooting is, man. He's not in his dictionary, bro. It's not in his vocabulary. You know what I mean? Shooting what? I don't know what that is.
Like, bro, Saeed, how can you be a striker, and not know how to shoot? It's crazy, bro. Most strikers, you can see their technique when they shoot, how they shoot. Most guys, like with him, he never gets a shot off. And when he does, like, bro, how many times have you seen him cut in? And you're like, bro, finesse it top left to open up your body and get it on target, and he doesn't.
I think though. Sorry to cut you off. I think though we could use Højlund as a make-way bid for Osimhen. If that's the case,
Garnacho, Saeed. I think Napoli is the. Is it Napoli?
But the thing is with that though, you're not gonna get full profit then with Garnacho.
Well, it depends.
That's a good point.
Because the way swap deals, I think sometimes people get confused about how swap deals works. The way swap deals work is you're basically saying we put this player for X value on our books. So if Man United say Garnacho is worth 60 million, Napoli are going to say Osimhen is worth 60 million, and it's going to still show as full profit on the books, even though we say it's a swap deal. You're still kind of exchanging monetary value. So it's still going to be the same way. But I don't know. We'll need to see. Napoli might still say they want Højlund, but there's a lot of interest in Italy. Juventus might still say they want Højlund. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, for me, we have Xerxes. We need a starting striker. I think Xerxes complements any kind of starting striker you get because he has a different play style altogether. So for me, it would make more sense to have a pure goal scorer in Osimhen when you have someone like Xerxes on the bench. You know, it would just be more balanced because sometimes maybe you want Xerxes to be the one that links up, play, holds out the ball, do all that stuff, and maybe you give Osimhen a rest or whatever. But no, I think it's not. At first I wasn't sure on Osimhen, and even now I'm not like 100%. But with what we have access to as a club right now, he's probably the best we can get. Probably the best we can get.
Elite Pundit, sorry boys, I just want to say one thing on that. Yeah, I've seen Amorim try something with Xerxes when he put Xerxes up front. So he was playing Xerxes. So without the ball, Xerxes would drop into midfield, and in the two CAMs, which were Bruno and Garnacho, they would like push up as two strikers. So I think that would complement, like a player like Xerxes complements everyone because, for example, Cunha can push up into different pressing systems, and so can Xerxes, and so can even Delap. Whereas Osimhen, I don't see that happening. I think Osimhen's going to be like
Osimhen has to stay forward, bro. He can't get involved in no link-up play, bro. You see when Lukaku tried to get involved, man. Long day. The Old Trafford crowd when they see that first touch. The problem is, this is what I mean about the league. Yeah, the Premier League will humble you. You see, you can get away with that in the Turkey League and the Serie A. Soon as that one first touch, when people find out about that one first touch, they're like, yo, that guy don't really have a first touch, Let me go get on that first touch and let me press him. Yeah, same way with Højlund. When they found out this guy's a wrestler, they just said, you know what, let's just rough him up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's just get on to him. We have to make sure he stays in the box. If he starts linking up, the thing is with Delap here, which the manager likes, and that's why we're hearing that the manager likes Delap, is that he's basically an all-rounder. Like he can be a predator in the box, but he also can get the ball and move with it. Look what he did to Chelsea the other day. Man sat down on the floor, dragged the ball, took it up the pitch. You know what I mean? Like he's got close control dribbling. Like he's got like the tech. You feel me? So that's why he likes Delap, and that's why I can see a Delap suiting more to this United team than I can see Osimhen. But I don't want to. I'm not here to say I'm dismissing Osimhen. We're going to get Osimhen tomorrow. Bro, I'll take that all day long. But I can see why there's more benefits to a Delap for this team. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and the well, as a whole.
Yeah, both have their, like I said, they both have their strengths. But the thing with Osimhen is he has that experience, right? He has that. He's not going to put himself in constantly weak situations where he's not the best at. Like, even though because of the way teams defend in the Premier League, he might be forced into that situation. But I don't think you're going to find him constantly putting himself in weaker situations. Kind of like what Højlund does now. It's like, you're not good at something, but you constantly keep doing it. You're going to see Osimhen play to his strengths, where he's going to be like, give me the ball. He's going to go on the shoulder. He's going to go on the outside of the centre backs and be like, play into the channel. Stuff like that. So that's what we're going to see from Osimhen. So, but again, it's down to Amorim. I've seen reports that he likes both. I've seen reports say he likes Osimhen. I've seen reports say that he likes Delap. I think he can work with either. But for me, it's like, I don't know. It's going to come down to, for me, if we qualify for Champions League. Because if we win the Europa, I feel like we'll go for Osimhen. But if we don't, we'll probably just go for Delap. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah. Like people say, I don't want Delap, go and get me Osimhen. You know what it is? A lot of people are just looking at the name, man, Osimhen. Like, they're not looking at...
Saeed, though, listen, man.
Looking at the name, man. They're not looking at everything that's involved with Osimhen.
We just broke down the two different... Like, bro, for example, you see, like, Højlund. The reason why he actually got away with it in Italy is because he was actually quite fast and quite physical over there. Whereas he's come to the Premier League and he thought he could rely on the same attributes in the Prem. But, bro, the centre-backs are bigger, stronger. So he's tried a different thing. He's tried to, bully defenders, and it's just not worked. Whereas Osimhen, I'm not worried about him. trying to bully someone or him getting bullied. He's got the attributes, bro. He's got the attributes. But like you said, Saeed, it's two different styles of strikers that offer two different things. And I do believe with an Osimhen, we'll just become more direct.
And then the thing is, though, with our play, we need fullbacks that can cross. Then, if you're gonna get Osimhen,
we got fullbacks that can cross. I mean, have you seen the balls Dogu has been putting into the box
as well?
Dogu. I'm not sure if it's consistent though.
But
No,
he's
but
18,
that's going to improve in time.
He's
When
20.
you have, especially if you have a striker that has good movement, you know.
I don't know about Delap though. Delap, you have to get another. You have to go and get another right wing back. Delap can't cross for.
No, bro. Dallo cannot be playing right wing back next season. But already, guys, I spoke to my friend the other day, and we were like, "Who would you keep out of the back four, back three? We've already got defenders. So you got Maz, you got Dallo, you got Lenny Euro, Martinez when he's back. You've got Delap, maybe Maguire, but Lindelof's definitely going to go. I wouldn't mind both going, Maguire and Lindelof, and keeping that Frederick. Is it Fredrickson? He had a good game the other day against Wolves. So I'm not too worried about that. Dallo can fit into a right
Heaven as well. Heaven.
We only need one defender in the.
I don't think we do, bro.
I think we need two fullbacks. I think we need two wing backs.
I think we need one centre back and one wing back in the summer. That's what we need.
I disagree.
This central centre back position. The central centre back position.
Dog was a backup for me.
I'm talking about our youth setup. There's a couple man in the youth setup for that play right wing back.
Sorry, bro.
I don't know because look, man, how much money do we actually have? Do you know what I'm saying? If
we have to spend, man.
If we have more money, we have more money than the media reports that we have.
Boys, we're not going to sign 8 players. What we will do maximum is sign 6, and even then, we need 2 new midfielders. We need a CAM, that's 3. You need a striker, that's 4. And now you're saying we need 2 wing backs. I'm saying defensively with the 3 defenders,
no, we just need one.
We're already good. You've got Lenny Euro, you've got Heaven, you've got Delap, you've got Martinez, you've got Mazzarari, and you've also got Dallo. That's 6 players that can all play. You know, either the right of the centre back or the left of the centre back. So I'm not worried about that. Wing backs, you've got Dorgu and Ahmed. That's all, and Harry Amas. That's how I'm looking at it. So I'd rather spend money on the 2
as well. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, brother. Yeah, bro.
Pedro Leon,
the dude we signed.
Yeah. He to be fair, he does look like I seen him. He looks like a beast. To be honest with you, he don't look like the average 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like those 25-year-old, 17-year-olds you be seeing on.
Yeah, he looks like that, man. You know what I mean?
Only reason why I say that as well. Sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah.
It's just because Heaven's come in. Like no one thought he'd be a first team player, right?
Yeah.
No one. I didn't.
No one.
I know he had potential, and we saw him against preseason against us, but no one thought like he'd come in and make an impact. If United are making these certain signings now, they might be viewing them as first team players. That's the only reason why I mention it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Amorim said it. He said the players, the younger players, are not ready to start, but if they get the opportunity, you never know. Because he said Heaven now is my player. I'm not sure if you saw the press conference. But you talking about Heaven. He said now.
He talked about that.
He said Heaven now is my player. That's it. He's in the squad. So you know, I think defensively we're okay for next season. We need 2.
You might rip Mantato and that, and you know.
That's what I'm saying. Mantato and the Jadon Thompson, brother. That's the.
I just think for me, they're so key in the system, man. Them. If you don't have 2 good wing backs here, this system ain't gonna flourish. I'm telling you now. They're so key, man.
Is the spine, bro? The spine.
I know it's a spine. The wing backs are key in this system.
The central centre back role, even though I think Delete is good, very good box defender. Probably since Varane obviously left, I think he's come in and done that role as good as you can in terms of box defending. But just that playing out of the back, you need a certain kind of player for that central centre back role, and I don't think that's Maguire. I don't think that's Delete. I think if you want to play more progressive football, you need a different kind of defender to play that central centre back role. The wide centre back role, I think we're cool. I think Martinez is going to come back. Haven is looking good on that left side. Mazraoui looks good on the right side. Dalot can play there on the right side as well. Euro obviously as well. So I think we're good there. But if we get that central centre back, I would feel a lot better.
It's not a priority though, elite baller. We can't sign like how.
I know what? I'm just saying that if we could. That's the position I would target. If we
what they say, when you say things in life are not a priority, they often are a priority. You know what I'm saying?
Onana is a bigger priority, in my opinion, than buying a central centre back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. I agree with that one. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah.
Onana can't be here next season.
No, Onana can't be here.
Bro, I just named you like 6 players that could all play in a back three. Like, honestly, and the 2 centrally that can do it, obviously, is Delap, Euro, and Maguire. So
then you got the 2 on the right.
I'd be happy to keep Maguire, and then you've got Maz, you got Martinez, Luke Shaw. He ain't gonna leave. No one's gonna buy him, so he'll be here next season. So you got Luke Shaw that can play left centre back. I didn't even include him, but the guy's a ghost, but he's there.
Luke Shaw. I can't believe today, man. I don't know if you've seen on my tweet, bro. Man, I put Luke Shaw in this team when it come back. Like, bro, what we doing here, man, guys, man? You need to get a grip, man. I'm putting Luke Shaw in these for next year, man. That really pissed me off today, man.
Who done that, Saeed?
I don't know, man. It's on my account today, man. You got fair attraction. I just have to
call them out. Call their name out, bro. Like, what?
Nah, bro. I'm just letting people know, like, what are we doing? Still putting Luke Shaw in next season, bro. Allow it, man. Like, bro, that is crazy, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad. Like, allow it, guys, man. Like, Aiden Heaven, yeah. You know, even for me, I don't think Lisandro is going to be a starter next season. I think you have to manage Lisandro Martinez's minutes, you know. I really think now Lisandro's got to the point now where we've got to make sure we really, really manage his injuries, bro. Because this guy breaks down and he gets, you know.
We don't even miss him now. So for me,
I know.
Starting back three. I don't know about you guys, but I'd love to hear it. For me, it's Delap, Maz on the right, Mazraoui right centre back, and obviously Nelly Euro on the left. That. And then obviously you've got a backup to that. So you've got Maguire, you've got Heaven, and then you've got Dallo. So that's 2 per position. And then you've also got the ghost, Luke Shaw, the man himself. And
if you want to, yeah.
Man.
I just feel like listen. I know Maguire has done some decent things this season. He just breaks it.
I agree with this. Big up
he just
to
breaks it for me. Like, because of his lack of pace. But you guys have seen with Haven that just having that pace, Euro as well, just having that pace, it means we can just play a very high line. We can push up the pitch.
Yeah,
for me, Maguire I can't deal with him. He can't.
Big up Fredrickson. Big up Leroy Moore as well. Fredrickson as well. He looked quality on the ball, bro. Both footed.
I'm surprised he hasn't made it a bit earlier. You know, like I don't know, like. Is this another one that you kind of see?
I would just need to watch and see, because sometimes
he looked quality, bro. He looked quality. He looked like he was not phased. The challenges that he was getting stuck into, and bro, easy on the ball.
You gotta be careful though, bro. The way you're playing Fredrickson when the season's kind of over, Wolves are on the beach, everyone's on the beach. It was low tempo. If you started him the season next year, or you say he's part of plan next year, it's a whole different expectation. So we have to also manage that, I think, for me, like Fredrickson. Like,
players, I agree.
Don't get me wrong. I would loan him out for me, see what he's about on a loan. You know what I mean? I don't know why we're so allergic to loans, man. Like, no, like go and loan these players out, bro, and see what they're about. Let them go to a different club, see if they can mash up work. Then they come back. You know, like there's no rush for these players, bro. You know what I mean? There's no rush. Not every academy player has to really like be in the team straight away, you know. So
bro, if you're good enough, you're old enough. And bro, a lot of these players don't get.
I agree with that logic.
Until players get injured, like Rashford, no one would have known who Marcus Rashford was if there wasn't an injury to who was it at the time? Was it Van Gaal? So obviously,
Van Gaal was there against Michelin.
Yeah, we had 3 strikers out. Marcus got his opportunity, banged 2 or 3 goals against Arsenal. Since then, we ain't looking back. Kobe, same situation. Is he ready? He's bossing the midfield by himself. Eric Ten Hag had Kobe playing in a deep line 6 by himself.
Yeah, I agree. We got NDR summarized. Osimhen and Delap are 2 different profiles. Osimhen gets on the end of everything in the box. Delap likes to dribble and beat players, and both finishes are lethal. Big up the panel and the chat. Yo, everyone, big up to everyone locked in. There's 1.4, nearly 1.5K. Let's get these likes up, though, guys, man. Let's get the likes up, man. We are going to be talking about the Argentinian player that we linked with as well. But for me, like, Delap's finishing is very underrated, man. But this Osimhen news isn't really going away, man. Like, I feel like there's a lot of ground to this Osimhen
That's what I'm saying. I keep saying it. It's not going away. I think we're just...
Imagine we get both, though. Imagine we get both.
We're not doing that.
I don't know.
Saeed, you just said, you ain't said nothing until you see the red shirt.
I'm saying, though, Why is it United linked with
just don't know.
I hear why Saeed is saying that because we're not used to this. We are not used to the club making signings before the season is over. We're not used to this.
And it ain't happened yet, bro.
I don't know. I don't think we get both purely because both want to start. Both want to start. I mean, Delap is younger and all that kind of stuff. If Chelsea come to him and tell him, hey, we were going to make you our main striker.
Yeah.
You know, Chelsea have a way of convincing these young players, bro. You know Chelsea. They're
but
always...
in Chelsea, you don't really know if you're going to be main striker over there. You don't know where you're going to play, bro.
Use Chelsea. They can sign. Listen, the one club I don't like getting in competition to sign a player is Chelsea.
It's Chelsea. I do not.
I do not. I just
want to make one point on Osimhen and why I think the news has come out the last 2 days for Osimhen, and I think 2 weeks ago is about Delap. Do you know what I think? I think they've agreed a deal for Osimhen if they get Champions League football, because Osimhen's on high wages, and I think Man United will be able to give him those wages if we get Champions League football. And obviously next season, if we're not, then wages are going to get slashed down, same as Casemiro. And obviously they've gone in for Delap just in case we don't make European football. That's what I think. And I think Napoli put in, because last season he was 65, this season is 50 mil. I believe there's a deal there to be had, especially if someone goes the other way. So they're just, we're not used to this. This is all new. I thought we lost to Wolves and now, they're just putting it out as PR, but maybe this is how Ineos are moving. Like they signed one player in January. Maybe, by August, we've got 3-4 players already there, which we've never had. We're not used to this. This is new. This is like a sugar daddy buying us bare gifts. And we're like,
this is how a club should operate, though. This is how a club should operate. We haven't signed anybody. I would like to see more. Like, listen, if we start the season the first 2-3 weeks, we've signed 3 players, good. Like, I will applaud Ineos. But we still need to see them get these deals over the line.
Yeah.
Get the deals over the line. Then I'll clap for them and be like, let's say, okay, you guys are at least starting to do what we expect you to do. But I'm still kind of keeping my head on the floor. We've linked to some really good players. Cunha, like I said, would be a fantastic start. I said it before, pay that release clause day one, get him through the door. Because you know what you do when you start your window like that, right? Other players are going to start to take notice. They're going to be like, oh,
100%.
They just got this other guy. Oh, they just got Cunha and Osimhen. Okay. Manchester United are doing something in terms of projects here. Maybe I want to be part of that. You start putting doubts in other players' minds. So you go to Atalanta and say, Edison, look, we're building something here. We signed Cunha, we signed Osimhen. Do you want to be part of that project? That's how you sell the project. But if you wait and
couple of Brazilians and that, couple of Brazilians.
You wait 4 weeks into the window, you don't sign anybody, and you say, oh, I want to sign. I'm not really feeling what you're doing right now. So that's for me. We start the window as strong as possible. Put us in a position where people are talking about us doing something big. That's going to market Manchester, even though you don't need to market Manchester United, but that will put us at least in the forefront of other players' minds. Like United are trying to do something.
Elite Pundit, how are we bottom of the Premier League and still signing Cunha and Osimhen?
No, but wait, hold on, guys.
Bro,
we ain't signed them yet. We ain't
no, we gotta be careful.
But if we do, have we done that?
Yeah, sleeping giant. Boy, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
People grew up watching Wayne Rooney, Ruud van Nistelrooy, that jersey in the back there. They know Manchester. People talk about Manchester United like we don't get the respect that we do because we're shit right now. But the truth of the matter, United are a humongous club. And if you're a player that grew up watching that team, watching Ronaldo in the Champions League, you're going to be like, listen, if I go there and make my name at Man United, it is you're immortalized in football for life. And people don't understand how much that appeals to certain kind of people with certain kind of mindset. You're like, if I go make it at Man United, I am like, look at Varane. Varane is still repping us even though he's retired, bro. Yeah. Like, he's still talking about Manchester United. Like, listen.
Bro, man talks about it more than Real Madrid. It's crazy.
Amanda, we've all got family, uncles, aunts. We've all got family, and everyone knows how big Manchester United. There was a video on Casemiro, bro, getting pressed by like another Brazilian fan, asking him about why Man United's not doing so well, and he's having like a heart-to-heart with him. Bro. He's having, it was translated, he's having like a heart-to-heart with him, and he's like, yeah, well, it's just a period, but next season, bro, it's that big. Like, you're gonna
this lately. This
3 days ago. I saw it.
I didn't even see that.
It's just so frustrating because it tells you how bad of the job the Glazers have done. It is easy to sign players if you're Manchester United. Like, they make it look like as if it was the hardest thing in the world. No, this is straightforward. We should be going in there and signing players. Now we're hamstrung by finances and all that stuff, but we can still go and do something. That's why for me, you get Cunha in the door, you start your window off right. Get Osimhen, keep it trucking. There are other players to go. We need two central, like you said, we need two central midfielders. We need wing backs.
So that's 2.
We need all that stuff.
We need 2 wing backs. That's 4.
Yeah,
So
bro, we need a lot.
At
We need a
least,
lot,
at
man.
least 5-6 players minimum.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
You know what
Yeah.
you mentioned though, man. Them Ineos have to get this right.
Bro, facts. They're on fraud watch, man. They're on fraud
We're
watch.
in this position because of these, man. You know,
I trust they will, though, Shell. I trust they will.
bro. What?
You trusted the wrong people, bro.
No, but the reason why I do, because you don't go into a transfer window.
Hold on.
You earn that trust. You earn that trust.
Exactly, because they've got the Ten Hag thing wrong. The signings so far, they've been underwhelming. Let's keep it real. Outside of probably Euro.
They haven't. Euro, Delap. Delict's been a good signing. Euro's been a good signing.
Mazarawi's been a good signing.
Mazarawi's been our best signing.
Euro, Maz, and Delit, yeah, but there's still.
Yeah, I'm saying, I get what you mean.
Like Sanchez, the Ugarte thing for me, still like they've got stuff wrong, bro. You look at Amorim as well. The Ten Hag, the timing of it. If they got in another manager, would we be in this position? Would be in now? I'm not saying I'm Amorim now. I'm just saying there's stuff they have got wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's on them now.
Players,
but we have to get this summer right, brother.
Yeah, facts.
Especially with the outs, bro. People are looking too much as well into the ins. The outs have got to be on point. Like we've got to sell Rashford. Yeah,
Rashford,
Sancho is gonna go, in my opinion.
Sancho. You know what I mean?
Lindelof's leaving on the. Is he leaving on the free, Lindelof?
Yeah, Lindelof.
Even for me, I'm looking at Casemiro. I'm looking to cash in.
Do you keep Casemiro or do you sell Casemiro at this point?
I'm selling him. I'm getting money out.
I'm keeping him.
Now you just say you're getting too caught up in the whole.
You know the younger kids, to come up and like get taught by a guy like Casemiro, bro. Who else?
If you can get money from him, I don't see why we shouldn't send him.
If
Casemiro, and that's me. I like Casemiro. If I can get money, if there's a bid from Saudi Arabia comes in, and they say 30 million, are you not saying you're cashing on that?
If there's a bid, that's the
and then you take the wages as well. His wages are out as well, so it's like for me. Listen, I would love Casemiro to stay, but I think for me, I'm looking at the bigger picture, guys. The bigger picture is you then say, right, get rid of the wages, and then you get around 30 million for him. Personally, for me,
does he have one more year?
Yeah.
Is he one more year after this year?
Who do these players have to look up to and learn off?
Bro, you can look at the sky, bro.
No, man.
Look at the sky, and you know
they're
what I mean.
not all Muslim, bro. They don't all pray, Saeed, bro.
Yo, man, you can look at the sky, man. Look up to what we're 14th, man. 14th.
Let me break this down for you, yeah. Casemiro, if he was on 100k, cool. The brother is on 300k.
I hear it.
You cannot afford this. If you shift him, you open up a massive wage block, and if we get a fee of 20 million or whatever from you have to take it, bro. It takes a whole lot.
Yeah, 30 million. Yeah,
you can't get caught up with the last few games because he's done well in Europe. He's basically he's not playable in the Prem, bro. Players bypassed him. Like I know he's found a system for Amorim's found a system. Looks a bit better.
Casemiro deserves one more year. Look at us getting sentimental.
I'm saying the chat knows, bro. All
United fans do this, bro.
bro.
We always do this. It was David De Gea, one more year. This player, one more year. That player, one more year. Maguire, one more year. Nah, man, we got to say, yo.
If you have Edison, if you sign Edison and you have Ugarte, I think you can let Casemiro go. At that point,
we need two midfielders, man. We need two midfielders.
I agree. I'm saying if you have Edison come in and you're letting Casemiro go, I think you've replaced Casemiro, right? Even though Edison has not achieved what Casemiro has done, I think you've replaced him. You then need to go sign a progressive midfielder that will play in that midfield. Even though we have Bruno, and Bruno's probably going to drop deeper, I still think you need someone that specializes in that situation who will be starting games. Because for me, if you have a Manchester United team where Bruno Fernandes is not necessarily a starter, that's a better Manchester United team. Even though I think long term we'll probably shift Bruno, maybe not this season, maybe not next season, but the season after, Bruno might go. But we need to bring someone in now that will start to take the reins of that midfield because Bruno has been the main man in that midfield for the last 3, 4, 5 years or whatever it's been.
I agree.
So we need a new midfield general to come in.
With that point.
So that's what I'll be looking at.
All right, so hear me out, yeah? For me, I'm thinking get Casemiro out not this season, the season after. Here's why. We do not have enough money to replace a player like Casemiro. Yeah, we can get players in, but to replace what Casemiro brings in terms of, bro, he's going to be training mentally, bro. I just want him there for the mental battles. Not only that, his legs have not gone. He's good on the ball. 350k a week, cool.
I understand the experience element, yeah, but you got to remember, like, bro, like I feel like we have to move on. Like,
all right, let's just say, all right. Hypothetically, we sell Casemiro, okay? We sell Casemiro, end of the season, Eriksen leaves. In that midfield, all we've got is Agate, Bruno, and Kobe Mainoo that can technically play in there, right? And maybe Toby Collier. That scares me, bro.
So we need to bring in 2 players, which, in my opinion, we still need to bring in 2 players now. Anyway,
not playing an 8 though.
It's a Mark's still there, but yeah, I get what you mean there. Because we know Bruno technically will be a centre mid in that system. It will be Edison, it will be Ogate, it will be Collier, and it will be one more. I think that's what I'm saying. You need 2 midfielders.
Mainoo's in there, but
Mainoo, but I ain't gonna lie.
This is where we need someone that's going to get their foot on the
ball. What's going on with Mainoo, man? I can't lie. Mainoo one's a bit sticky for me, man. I'll be real with you. Like, I don't know where he's really like. I feel like for me, he could still be. I feel like we should keep Mainoo, but I believe is the manager got plans for Mainoo? I'm not sure, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
I think what Mainoo suffered from was just not proper development, and this is what I've been talking about with Manchester United players. Like, okay, I'll even use Garnacho as an example because it's an extreme case. You can see Garnacho's game, even though he still makes mistakes, he still does dumb things. In the last few games, I can tell you at least Garnacho is at least crossed the ball. He's doing things differently. He at least, when he's played in that central midfield area, he's taking a touch and he's spinning past this man. So you can see little things that maybe Amorim has gotten in his ear and told him, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should, change the way you're playing. Mainoo needs the same thing. You need someone that's going to coach him. And this is part of the reason why I wanted Amorim. People talk about all these players. People don't remember that Amorim was the one that had all these young players that you've seen playing all over Europe now that were playing in Portugal. So he's a good youth coach. It's an underrated aspect of his game that's why he's not throwing in youth players. All of them. People want everyone to come in. He's not throwing all of them in. He's saying, listen, I'll give you a little bit here. We'll see how you handle that. And I'm going to bring your game up. I'm going to improve your game. I think Mainoo's game can improve. He's still so young that we can't just write off his full talent. I've been disappointed by his ability to handle playing centrally. But I think it's just Ten Hagism. Ten Hagism killed everybody centrally in that midfield. Like, nobody could play there.
Ten Hag used them better, in my opinion.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Ten Hag improved Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo more.
No, he did not improve. He did not improve Garnacho at all. He made him worse. He made him worse.
Yeah,
look at the Garnacho that came in. Look at the Garnacho that came in, right? You saw how he was. He then had a whole season under Ten Hag. Now he started shooting on sight. Like, he just started shooting on sight this season. He didn't look at his teammates. His whole game was messed up. Same thing with Mainoo. His whole game just went to the toilet.
Better performances under Ten Hag regarding the 2 players you just mentioned than Amorim. And also, I would rather Garnacho leave than Casemiro this season.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but
because we could get more money out of Garnacho anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. But Casemiro needs to go as well. But you know the whole Mainoo thing for me, yeah, it's like people can't say he can't play midfield. That's a myth to me. The guy can play midfield. What the issue is the if you don't have a good partner in there, of course you're not going to look the same. It's just like the same as us playing Eriksen and Bruno as in a pivot that we did when we brought him on in against the Wolves game. You got to compliment him in there. Do you know what I'm saying? And plus, why we're struggling is because if you look to the interview the other day before, I think it was the Wolves game. I think Amorim's talking about Mainoo and his struggles. Obviously, he's had that injury. He looks a bit heavier and he's a bit more leggy. But when you're in a system where you don't have to do that much up and running and down, United's goal is, and Amorim's goal is now, is to be a bit more possession-based and have more control over the games. That's when you're going to get the best out of Mainoo. Why everyone's doubting him now is because we've seen this mad basketball games, bro. Anyone's going to struggle, let alone
true.
That's playing with Casemiro.
You'll see when we have more control of the game and we look like we're popping. Yeah. I can't lie. When you raise the technical level of the team, Mainoo can kick ball with Cunha and them, man. Amad Diallo and them, man.
I'm telling you,
when you're dominating possession of the ball, it's a different situation than playing.
Yeah, when he's not got the ball,
people remember saying, oh, they remember Garnacho and Manu having his best performances under Ten Hag. Yeah, initially,
yeah, it actually got progressively worse though after a while.
Exactly, they got worse as the longer they started playing this season. That's not how a young youth player's development should be. Yes, you can have dips and all that kind of stuff, but they completely bottomed out. And Garnacho, his instinct, everything he was doing was just he was making the wrong decision constantly.
Yeah.
That comes from not being detailed in the way you want your players to play. Ten Hag was okay with playing this counter-attack system and just saying, okay, we're going to play you in and you do your thing. But that's not the way you manage young players. You need to have them be disciplined in the way they play. Keep possession of the ball. That's the biggest thing for me that I didn't see with Ten Hag, and it affected almost all our players. That's why we've had this huge dip, and it's up to Amorim to be able to change it, to change the mentality of the players and the way they want to play football. I don't know if he can do it. I believe he can, but we need to still see.
You know, on the Garnacho point as well, I feel like as much as Ten Hag was at fault, Garnacho also, his ego is kind of boosted as well. When you give a 19-year-old,
I agree.
Like, bro,
Facts.
Like we United fans, when you talk to young kids as well, young United fans, Garnacho's like their savior. I work with kids per se, bro. You talk to any United fan, who's your favorite player? Garnacho. It's like he's basically the face of Man United right now. Outside of Bruno, it's mad, and we've kind of fed into that ego, but at the same time, that's on a club as a club that we're putting young players like Garnacho in these situations to a point where they have to feel like they're carrying their club and they're the face of the club, and they get too much too soon, and that's what's happened with him. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we do get a 50 million bid, the guy's talented, but because of his value, his contract situation, we're gonna get a lot of money for him, and you can use that to reinvest. So that's
reinvest. That might be why this Argentinian midfielder situation is coming from. Because if you sell Garnacho for 50 million pounds or whatever it is, you could go sign this guy for 40 million euros or even less than that, and bring him in, and then you've replaced talent-wise the talent you're letting go. I guess people say with Garnacho, but we know he's not at all close to the player a lot of people hype him up to be. So for me, it's like I'm not desperate to keep Garnacho. I'm just saying the kind of player he is, he should have been a substitute. Where you bring him off the bench, he plays against tired legs.
We propelled him to this level, the fans and everyone.
Yeah, that's what he should be. But unfortunately, I mean, even if we sign, let's say we sign Cunha and all that stuff, he's still going to drop to the bench, guys. He's not going to be starting games. And I tweeted this out, and I said, is he going to be able to handle that? Is his ego going to be able to handle that to be a sub after what he's been starting consistently? I don't know if he can. So we might have to sell him regardless. In my own opinion.
Big up to United. Love United. Hate the opposites. Guys, picture this. We mess about for 12 years in the league and let Liverpool tie with us 20 titles. The next season, we overtake them again. Yeah, you need to stop where you're drinking. And love United. I can't lie, bro. We ain't winning no title next year, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, allow it, bro. Allow it, man. Because if I get found out, someone's going to say something, and they say on the Big Six, yo, Saeed and that we're talking about a title race next year, and there's
no title talk.
It's down to you. Same way when people tried to say that. You know, there was people that were saying that I said that Berbatov was played like, Weghorst played like Berbatov. When did I ever say that he's like Berbatov? Someone in the super chat said it, and then they said that I said it. I didn't say that, bro. Crazy. So you lot in the chat, man, don't get me into trouble, man, because I ain't getting giddy, man. You know what I mean? Big up to Adam Fahimi, man. Mao and my bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Are you both from the same country, by the way? You and
Yeah. He's from the south and from the north. So big up Adam.
Come on. Now, honestly, the maddest thing is, I was getting pressured though on Midday Live that if United did bring in 6 players in, D was trying to tell me that United have got to be a title challenging team. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro, I'm still saying this team is a top 6-7 team. You know why? Because you have to build consistency, bro. Premier League to win, we can't even win 2 games in a row, guys. So for me, I can't put expectation on this team because I haven't seen anything. Amorim hasn't shown me anything. So if they show me, If they show me that, then that's where you grow belief as the season goes along. Not from the start of the season, you say, yo, we're doing a top 4 this season, or we're doing a top 5.
How people go from Man United are dead, the Man United are rubbish, they should challenge for the title the next season.
Yeah, bro.
Sense.
It's crazy.
So funny.
Saeed, do you know what it is, though? Because like at the beginning of this season, I actually thought that we were going to do well because we signed 5 players, and I thought, right, like, you know, these are good players.
Same.
Guess what? Saeed, all of these players have gone into our starting lineup. I thought Ineos were going to sign another 3 in January. Instead, they didn't, and they got rid of Anthony, they got rid of Rashford, they got rid of. There's one more I'm missing. I can't think about now, but Sancho. We got rid of 3 players. No, we got rid of 3 players and brought in no one. And bro, I was playing FIFA the other day, with my boy. He picked City, I picked Man United, of course, bro. Bro, I had like Dorgu 70, like bro, it was a joke, bro. Like Luke,
Nah,
like,
bro, I'm not playing with FIFA with Man United, bro. Obviously, I played with him when I started the whole FIFA thing, with the career mode. But I ended up selling half of them, bro. You know what I mean? I had Mbappe up front, bro. You know the ones there, like man playing Hoyland. Are you mad? I'm playing Hoyland and out front. Are you crazy?
Bro, his bench was better than my starting lineup. My starting lineup had Casemiro, Bruno. And out wide, I had Garnacho. Bro, it was a bit of a mess. This guy had Dorgu coming off the bench, Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm like, right.
Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, man, Leao left wing and that.
How bad this squad
is.
The squad's
talent.
Our squad is horrendous.
It's horrendous, man.
It's horrendous. I think it's Finn. Can I ask you a question, though? Everyone said the squad's horrendous. At the start of the season, that wasn't the case. When Amorim came in, let's be honest. What did you say otherwise? Elite pundit.
I've always maintained that our squad quality has been terrible.
Okay, all right, fair. You're consistent with that.
Since Ralph Ragnick.
All right, fair enough.
I said I was never going to trust these players again. Yeah.
A lot of man wasn't, right? So when Amorim came in, let's be honest, no one expected us to be where we are, bro. Like
no one.
Saeed, I told you this though.
6 wins in 23 games, man. We're about. I'm looking at the table. Like I'm not like jokes aside. I think we might finish 17th. So that means when you deep it, we're the worst club in the Premier League because the 3 are going down don't count.
Yeah.
So we're going into the next season as the worst club statistically in the Prem. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I'm Amorim now. I'm just saying like. What's happening right now is the normalization of losing games constantly. Like we lost against Wolves. Man said it was a good performance. Like we lost 1-0 to Wolves at home. Like I'm not saying.
Yeah, we're finding the positive. We're searching for the positives too much. I know.
Yes, it's like, bro, we need to be a bit more like tuned in. Like what's going on right now is unacceptable, bro. Do you know what I mean?
But you got to be realistic and see why. You got to understand why. It's a shit squad. It's thin. They haven't backed the manager. So this is why Elite Pundit, they have to correct it in the summer. They have to. Otherwise, bro, Saeed, hey, listen, bro, we need to start up a riot in Manchester, bro. I don't know. Bro, my wife is atting me. Charles, you saw it today, innit?
Yeah, it speaks.
Bro, do you remember that meme?
He was atting you.
My wife, bro, like, basically, bro, you know that Arsenal meme back in the day, yeah, which like, oh yeah, marry a man that supports Arsenal because you know he's loyal. Those types of memes.
Oh no,
it's turned around and now it's on Man United now, bro. Like,
nah, that's crazy. That's
every club.
I'll send it to you after, bro. It's hilarious, bro. But she's a United fan, at some point, so I'll allow her. We're suffering together.
No, listen. Every club at some point goes through this dark period, right? Ours is really bad, but you can't say you're surprised, guys. We've been complaining about the Glazers and recruitment for how many years? 10 plus years. And I say this to people, like, I'm like, how are you shocked? We sold Cristiano Ronaldo and bought Michael Owen, Albertan, and Valencia. Respect to Valencia, you know, a good servant of the club, but come on, we sold the best player in the world. It's like Liverpool selling Salah and signing a bunch of mids. That won't make any sense. That is crazy. But we saw the better player in Cristiano Ronaldo, and look at what we signed. And we've been declining ever since and gotten worse and worse and worse. Our best ever manager leaves. We appoint David Moyes and give him Fellaini.
Yeah.
What are we?
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a
We
joke.
have not been able to
What are we
replace
talking about?
players. That's our biggest issue. Even our manager, we
my
haven't been able to
God.
get that right. Bro, Paul Scholes, we haven't been able to replace him. So many players we have not been able to replace. I was talking about Valencia the other day, and I was like, you know what, bro? If I had a Valencia right back right now, number 7. He was like, nah, but he was shit, bro.
I hear it.
But see,
We upgrade on Greenwood yet? Nah, 100%. Everyone.
I've got a
We
black
let
team, yeah?
Pogba go. Pogba
Beckham,
went.
Cantona, and
Didn't
Ronaldo.
replace.
Valencia needs to be there right now, bro. And George, obviously the main ones, but Valencia, if I had a player like him right now,
You
Pogba
don't.
left. Cavani
Yeah.
left. Ronaldo left. All this quality left, and we haven't replaced any of it. That is why
No.
I'm just like, guys, we all were.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember all these live streams. I remember everybody saying we were shit 3-4 years ago under Ole, and we've gotten worse.
Right.
But our player qualities have gotten way worse.
Talent in our
And somehow we are
squad is
supposed to be
fucking-
matching what we were before. How are we going to do that? Other teams have improved. All those teams like Villa weren't there before, Bournemouth weren't there before, Nottingham Forest weren't there before, Newcastle weren't there before. All these teams have gotten better than us. Crystal Palace have better players that we want in our team. So I'm like, what do you want me to do? And like I'm up there with let's sack the manager, but I'm like, how far are we
he's
gonna
not the
get?
problem. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna get.
That's what I said. That's why I always said that the talent of the squad, yeah, outweighs the manager's kind of almost deficiencies and what he's done. The lack of good quality in the squad. Like, I know, listen, the manager has been poor and he could easily be sacked here, but I still think, go and get a new manager in there. He's working with them group of players. You're only seeing a little bit of a difference. You're not seeing crazy. And if it is a difference, it will go crashing down and we're going to all have this false hope. We don't want no more false hopes, false dawns, achieving above expectation, achieving the XG, whatever you want to call it. I just want players, are they good or they're not? And if they're good, we have to keep them, bro. If they're good, keep them. If not, bro, you got the players here, man. There's a good little, I would say, like, it's not all doom and gloom, though. You got Maine, you got Amad Diallo. I'll tolerate a Bruno Fernandes, even though for me, you know my opinion. You got
Lenny Yoro,
You got
Mazraoui,
the lit. You know what I mean? Like, you got listen, I don't really particularly rate Dallo, but there's backup there in Dallo. Lissandro Martinez is still there if you want to. Like, it's not all doom and gloom, but I feel like when you put it, when you put it across with all the rubbish, it becomes rubbish. You get what I'm trying to say, guys? Like, if you put like a shit alongside something that's nice, all of a sudden it gets dirty. You don't want to be associated with that. You're like, man.
contaminated, bro. It gets contaminated, bro. And that's what we've done.
Contaminated, bro. We're Contamination FC.
Well, Saeed, even with all those players you named, right? All those players you named, how many of them are Man City right now in their current situation taking?
To be fair, Man City are taking a lot right now.
I don't think so.
I can't lie, man. Man City could do with a Mazraoui right now at right back.
No, let's
They could do with a Lenny Yoro.
Maybe like, but again, this is one player, Mazraoui. I don't even think
They would
they would
definitely
sign
take
someone else than sign
Amad
Mazraoui.
They would definitely take Bruno Fernandes.
Ahmad, they're taking Ahmad, they're taking Bruno, they're taking
They're
Delap,
Bruno,
they're taking
Euro.
Yoro.
Yeah. Ahmad. They're taking a
taking
lot,
Maino.
Guys,
They're taking
guys,
Maino,
this
bro.
is,
Chelsea
this
would
is
have
why I
made
need.
They
why
are
United
right
fans,
now.
you
They're
guys-
taking anyone. They're taking anyone right now.
now. Manchester City are fourth or whatever they are.
Yeah, but it's
We
bro.
are-
Listen, that whole situation is very, very bad, man. Listen,
Bro.
that top 5 race is a joke thing, bro. Let's be
Guys,
honest.
I feel like United fans overgas how good their players are.
I'm not
The
overgassing, but I'm
the
saying
players you
they're
rate.
struggling
No,
right now.
wait. The players you rate, Euro, good young talent, but he hasn't achieved anything in football. He hasn't done anything. I think he's a top young talent. Ahmad has
We're
not
talking
had,
about talent, though. They're playing.
Achieved. Are we doing this achievement?
Hold on a minute.
Hold on.
No,
Second right
I'm saying
What's second
in terms of if a club is going to look at Manchester United and be like, whoa, I really want that player. Manchester City are not going to look at our players and be like, yeah, there's anybody here that we can take advantage of. None. We used to do that to Man City. We used to do that to other clubs in the Premier League. Aston Villa, there are a bunch of players that anybody in the Premier League want to sign right now.
Scott
People
McTominay
might look
went
at
last
Ahmad,
year.
the same, like all these
Alanga.
teams.
Bro, City line.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah, Adam. Yeah, you're finished, Adam. Yeah, big up to Adam now. But I think for me, listen, the thing is sometimes we shit on our own players, isn't it? But like our players could still play for other clubs.
They need to
like, you know what I mean? Like,
achieve at Manchester
I don't think
United.
it's about talent, bro. It's about talent.
That's
about
what I'm
talent,
talking
bro. That's all
about.
it is.
They need to achieve at Manchester United because listen, if you're a player and you go, you feel at Real Madrid. You feel
Yeah, but we've said that Man United is a toxic place, though. We've said that Man United is a burden for talent. We've said it, though. We've said that. The biggest example is Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, when he was at United, could easily have played for any team in Europe at the time.
I agree.
Yes or no?
I agree.
He was the best player.
Yes or no?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, but you still saw his ability. You still saw his levels, man. He was levels. We saw Pogba do things that we haven't seen anybody else in midfield do since he's been here.
But he still didn't perform for us.
He did.
No, let's be real. I rate Pogba. He's probably my third favorite ever player. Zidane's first, and Pogba's there for me. The closest person for me was Pogba. The way he controlled the ball, you can't get the ball off him. Technically, he was the best, but we let him down. We played.
I agree. We let him down. He still performed for us. He was levels, man. The problem is we didn't have a good DM when we had Pogba. We had Matic.
We chose Fred.
We had one season of Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Matic, Herrera, Pogba, and that was probably it. That was it. Other than that, it was
I'll give you another example. Someone like Di Maria, people say, okay, yeah, we know he's a snake now and anything, but he was mad that season, bro. Di Maria was doing.
No, he was like he had a few good games, but
he was top. He was top, but when that shit happened, he fell off. Yeah,
bro, he had a good team with him. Like, he had Robin Van Persie, Rooney. He had good players around him, bro. Like. I think Van Persie.
But that's what I'm saying. But when you have that certain level of player, you don't need to say, you don't make excuses. You just know, and that's what I'm familiar with Manchester United. I used to know this is this player's ability, this is this player's level, this is this player's level. I don't need to say, a coach needs to do the X, Y, and Z to get the best out of this player. That was not the conversation that we used to have.
It's become
Sir Alex Ferguson needs to do X, Y, Z to get the best out of Wayne Rooney. That's not
the conversation we used to have. Elite baller. Now it's all about the system. I was talking about this on Football Locker Room. It's all about the system now, and that's why you're seeing other players, not perform in certain systems, bro. Because like Di Maria, a lot of players that came in, they were like, I think Van Gaal was the manager at that point, right?
Yeah, Van Gaal.
So I think the system makes the player now. That's the issue. Like Ahmad, for example, someone just said Ahmad. Ahmad for me, certified baller. Love that guy. He's the best player for me at Manchester United, maybe after Bruno. But Ahmad, we've seen him perform at Sunderland. We've seen him perform at, was it Rangers when he went to, was it Rangers? He went on loan as well.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Performed over there. Still couldn't get a game. He's playing right wing back, still cooking. So it's like, it's Di Maria.
But you see the talent with Ahmad, though. You see, like, you can see.
But all of these players were talented.
But again, we didn't put a team around them, which I agree with you with what you've said. We didn't build a team around them. We've had this player, X player here be good, here good, be good in bits and all that stuff. We don't have a team, and that's the biggest problem. We have not created
I agree with that one. But there's talent within the team. When you form a whole team, we could actually be a good team. The problem is we've got a mishmash of bad versus good, and it generally turns into bad because we haven't got
there's no
components. Our problem is we're lacking key components to keep everything together. It's like making bread without flour. It's like you know what I mean? Like, bro, you can't make bread without flour, bro. You can't do certain things without a key component in there. You feel me?
I fully agree with you. One question to you and the whole panel, yeah? Why did we look better under Ruud? Because people are saying it's the same players. The players still performed.
We played a 4-back formation under Ruud. We played something that the players were accustomed to.
So it's the formation.
Well, that's what we're looking at when people make excuses for Amorim, and that's what people say in it. The players don't know the system and the players ain't good enough. So it's you guys told me in it.
We looked better.
Who did we play on that? Who did we play on the Ruud?
I think we played Leicester.
You know what we played? We played Ugarte and Casemiro.
Chelsea, yeah.
I say the team. Let me go bring you the team that Ruud played. Yeah.
No, also the teams he played against. He played what
We played
Leicester
Chelsea,
City,
we played Leicester.
POEC, and Chelsea, or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Was it
Chelsea-
3-0 we won?
I think we played Chelsea as well. All I'm saying is we looked much better in the 3-man midfield. I believe Kobe would cook in the 3-man midfield, but we're not going to see that under this system.
We played a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
We played a 4-2-3-1, which
Yeah, this is the team we played. We played Onana, Dalot, Delap, Martinez, Mazarawi, Casemiro, Ugarte, Diallo, Fernandes, Rashford, Hoyland.
Yeah, bro. Like,
So what was we playing? Yeah, what was playing?
yeah, so who's missing from that? You've got Rashford missing and you've got Martinez.
Diallo.
Ahmad is injured.
Diallo.
Yeah.
I managed
Again,
to
it was against Leicester. It was against Leicester. And against Chelsea, we were compact. I don't think we were amazing against
Yeah, but
Chelsea.
bro, Saeed, we've
We were
played
just
shit
compact.
teams and we still look shit.
Yeah, there you go. So
I think
I
their
think
games
people
will be
overgassed
shit.
the Van Nistelrooy reign. Yeah, he did well. He played. What did he play? Pawak or something like that. You know what I mean? 1-0, 2-0. Even though it was a dead game, let's be honest. You know what I mean? And then we got wins against Leicester and we drew against Chelsea. You know what I mean? That was it, really. You know what I mean? So we didn't do a madness, and I think we beat Crystal Palace as well. I think at home it was a Carabao Cup. I think it was or something like that. Or someone we beat someone in the Carabao Cup anyway. I think it was Leicester again.
But did you enjoy the football more? Did you see
No,
what?
not really.
Not really. It was.
No.
You know what it was?
No.
He let them play. It was vibes. It was vibes, bro. It weren't like.
It's not sustainable. It's like
I
a
wasn't
mini
looking-
version of
So-
what happened
so
with
what-
Ole.
So what's this now? Death by 1,000 cuts. What's this? If that's vibes and we're sitting now,
But now
celebrating a lot.
it's like I feel like for me this is almost a teething period of where this United team is going to be. Like it's tough at the start, and it is tough. Don't get me wrong; it should be better. But I believe with better quality and a more understanding of the system, with preseason added to the team, I think there should be a better consistency next season. Should be. Whether it will be is a different question. There should be better consistency next season. And with better quality to raise the levels of, that game there, we could have really won because we didn't have chance, but we couldn't finish it. Them games there are almost situations where the manager could do better with. I don't know if it's a guarantee, but I think we have to allow that time for the manager to do that. You know,
So
people want to start right now. That's on you. But I believe there should be an element. Let him get his players in. Let's see a preseason. Let's see an evolution to this team, and then boom. If there is no change by, let's say, for example, November, December next year,
He's gone by December. If
he's probably going to be gone by then. He's going to be gone by then. Yeah, and that's sad reality. But we have to give that time for him to do that personally.
If you
Anyway.
want Amorim out, right? I respect your opinion, but all I'm saying is don't come and tell me, we need to just switch to a 4-3-3. The biggest problem.
No,
Manchester United-
don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do
yeah.
we can't do that. We can't do
No,
that.
the biggest problem Manchester United is we lack identity. We have no identity. Sir Alex Ferguson left, and the whole identity that he had at the club left with him.
Yeah.
So we've just been doing mishmash of whatever nonsense that we've been doing since he's left, and it's been nonsense. So even if you want Amorim to go, you need to have it very clear in your mind. The next coach that comes in has to come in and establish an identity. They have to come in and do it. If not, we're going to be stuck in this limbo forever.
I
The
agree.
coach has to come in and establish an identity that the club is saying this is how we want to play. If no coach does that, if the club doesn't do it, we're going to be stuck in this.
Can I say
limbo.
one thing, and then I got a scoot. You see on the identity thing, yeah. Amorim said when he comes in, you guys will see that. Do you see that's where a lot of people are like asking questions because we haven't really seen that. Do you know we've seen it, with the way we set up, but it's not like I can't go on a match day and be like, we're getting this from Man United today. And Amorim said it himself. So that's where people asking questions. I'm on board with you, man. To sack him now would be ludicrous. You got to give him the players he wants in the summer, but I understand people's questions because he needs to show us a bit more than we have. But I just want to say thank you for having man, Saeed.
No, big up, bro. Make sure you follow. You got a channel. You got a channel, yeah?
Yeah, my channel's Match Day Shows.
Come
I do
on.
a podcast as well with my boy Motion with Sports. But we'll figure that out, man. But yeah, just again,
Come
large
on.
up for having me. Shout out everyone on the panel, Elite Pundit Marwan, and
Big
hopefully
up,
I'll see
Charles.
you guys
Catch you later, bro.
Yeah, love, man. We'll catch up, man. Love.
Yes,
Big up
man.
to
Love,
Bash Day
man.
Shells people, man.
My guy,
Love,
appreciate it,
man.
Love.
Yeah, always, bro. Always. Keep liking the video, people, man. We're gonna be discussing this Argentinian player, bro. I don't know if you might have seen it. I might even do a little watch tomorrow. I think they play tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might do some scouting tomorrow, guys. But Man United have shown the greatest interest in Franco Mastantuono. That's how you say it? Mastantuono? Something like that. With a view to his possible signing this summer. United are constantly following him. I know the only way to sign him is by triggering his 45 million release clause. That is the situation right now. Apparently, these guys are tier one. They're tier one on that, you know. So, you know what I mean?
I don't know much about him.
Like, say that again?
I don't know much about him. I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen him play.
Yeah, I haven't watched him play.
Has anyone watched him here play, guys? Has anyone seen him play?
Well, I'm going to say is,
I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like
well.
Argentinians right now, their stocks are very high. The young generation that coming through, Echeverry. There's another guy called Zubi Bear. There's this guy here. There's a couple that are on the rise right now that are really like Argentinian players are on the rise, bro. I'm telling you now, like they're on the rise. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm looking at him on Transfermarkt. He's left-footed. He plays attacking midfield, and he plays mostly on the right side, from what it's saying. And I might be wrong, but that's what Transfermarkt is saying. So it looks like he's good. They're targeting for the right 10 position. This is him. This is him here.
Sense. Franco Mastantuono. This is him here. Left-footed. You know what I mean? I remember this free kick. I can't lie. I do remember this free kick.
What, is he a right 10 or a winger?
I don't know. An attacking midfielder that has
a
left
what
foot.
a finish, bro.
So he's probably going to play in that position. That's the only position I think he
oversees. Oh, yeah, he's technically. All right, bro. Yeah, don't show me these sides. I get too giddy, bro. That was dirty, bro. Dirty, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a Vivel signing?
I think it is a Vivel signing. I can't lie to you. He's got close control dribbling. I like that. You know what I'm saying to you? Jeez.
I wouldn't mind signing a player from this kind of profile. Like, this is what I'm talking about. If we sold Garnacho, and we brought in a young player,
I like that. I like that low sense of gravity, man. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be so mad at it. But again, he's young.
Messy. That's crazy.
You're just hoping
you want to buy the next Messi's.
You're hoping
we've already got the
done
next
their job,
Messi.
man. That's all you can say. Like, people don't. I know people say they watch these kind of players, but look, I'm not watching the Argentinian league. I don't know. So I'm just hoping the scouts have done their job. That's all I will say, because I don't know much about.
No, I agree with Jason Hanna, man. These comps mean nothing. They can make Højlund look world class. It's true.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping the scouts have done their job. He has a left foot. I think he makes sense for the right 10 position because of his profile. But I don't know, innit? I haven't watched him in the Premier League. You don't know what you're gonna fully get until they come in and perform. This is not even an Enzo Fernandez situation where Enzo played for Benfica. We don't know. So he's really gonna be really, really young. He'd have to be top 10% of talents to come into Manchester United and perform instantly. So, guys,
but at this point, if the player does not have comps, we should expect more from him.
Yeah, facts. You know, man said Anthony. Now, Anthony weren't doing that. Bro.
Oh, bro, no.
I don't even want to
when I
talk
saw
about
Anthony comps,
doing that, man.
My head was gone.
Anthony was doing next level. Like, he was more like, bro, it weren't that kind of close control. It wasn't everything was a bit loose. You feel me? This one is on the ball. Yo, nutmeg, move, pass, move. You know what I'm saying? There's substance to this one here. I'm saying from what I've seen right now, it could be different. You know what I'm saying to you? But it just shows you though that United are starting to move now in these kind of upcoming talent. Man City keep getting them, bro. Man City keep getting these.
They signed a couple, didn't they, in the January, Man City?
Yeah. Man City signed a couple, bro. They ain't messing around, bro.
Like I said, I won't mind if we sell Garnacho and you bring in this fella. As long as you sign Cunha, you sign the proper striker. If you sign Cunha and sign Osimhen, I don't mind signing someone else that is young that is going to come in, especially with Ahmad being able to play that right 10 position. I'm not fully sure of what Amorim is going to do. Do you think Ahmad is locked now for right 10? Because I'm not 100% sure.
Ahmad?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I think Ahmad could be right wing back though. Ahmad could be right wing back.
No. Dorgu. Put Dorgu. Put someone techie. Quick. Leave Ahmad. I want to see Ahmad cook, bro. Honestly. Ahmad. I think Ahmad's honestly, bro. I would want to go for like, is it Cherokee? I would like to sign him, but we've got Ahmad and they're very similar players. And I think Ahmad is better than him. I'm not sure what you guys think in the chat, but I rate Ahmad highly.
I love Ahmad's work rate and that ability to press. I would love a front three of just, when Liverpool had Firmino, Salah, and Mane that were just like, they were on man from the beginning. If you had Ahmad, Cunha, I don't know if Osimhen presses that much though. That's the thing where I'm like, this is the thing, like with Osimhen, you have to consider, do you want a front three that presses like mad? But I don't think Osimhen is that.
We're not going to press in the system, pundit.
I think we will. We will, because that's
the wing backs don't get high enough. Like that's the problem with this system. Like,
because they're not. Dogu, I've seen him do it where he can push up and he can get back. On the right side, we don't have that specialist that knows how to. Like when Dalot plays there, he's always out of position where he shouldn't be, or he's in the interior where he really shouldn't be. So you need a right wing back that understands they can press. And we've seen it with Ahmad this season where he's won balls back for us and gone on the attack. So it's like, I'm not sure. If I would love right 10 Ahmad. I think we'll see a situation. Sometimes you play right 10, and sometimes you play wing back. That's what it's gonna be. So I would
think
like
of Tyler Diblin at Southampton.
For good player, but the price is ridiculous.
That's like 35 mil, no?
No. They're asking for like 80 million or something crazy, something mad. So I wouldn't go in that direction. If it was 35 million, not bad, but I would maybe look at maybe Mbeumo. I'm hearing he'd be worth about 50 million, but do we have the money to go sign an Mbeumo? I just really want a front three that is like on it next season, so we know our front three is set. When you have that front three, you have your attacking tridents good. You can build in the back, like you can sort the rest out. We haven't had a set front three since that season where we had Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood that were doing something. So that's why I'm saying like we need to have like a set front three. And if you're saying okay, you're going Cunha, even though we say Delap, because Delap looks more likely right now. Delap and Ahmad, at least you have a set front three. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, man. But moving forward to next season, who would you want to see in that? The 2-8 positions. Who would you?
Realistically, my dream signing will be Baleba if we can get him from Brighton. That would be my dream signing, but it's too expensive. So one of them is probably going to be realistically Ederson from Atalanta. I think, if you want someone that's progressive, that's good on the ball, I was looking at Stiller from Leverkusen, but I don't know how he's going to translate to the Premier League. I don't know, man. It's tough. Stiller, who else would be good? We need someone that's going to progress the ball, that's good with receiving the ball in lower areas.
I really wish Ederson got that Sander Berg, man. I really wish we got him instead of Ugarte.
Ederson is the one that is United is still adamant on. You get me? Like Ederson is the one.
We need someone else. Not just Ederson.
Yeah. We have spoken on this. Listen, Marwan, love for coming on, bro. We'll catch up soon, bro.
Big up, guys. Thanks for having me on, Saeed, as well. Big up. Like the video, everyone, as well. Stop being tight. Love you lot.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, man. We'll catch up, man. We'll catch up. Big up to Marwan. Listen, for me, with Ederson, right, I feel like I like him, yeah, but I still think we have to bring a ball playing, like a proper ball playing midfielder with him, bro. You can't just say, like, you bring Ederson and it's almost another Ugarte situation where everyone just wants to bring in. You see what I'm saying? Like, everyone just wants to put pressure on Ederson. Think, oh, this guy's rubbish. Oh, this guy ain't it. You're like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, don't do this.
Yeah. You look at Aston Villa, they have Tielemans. You look at Newcastle, they have Bruno Guimaraes, and I think even as Tonali is also decent. I don't think he's the best, but I think he's just a very good all-rounder, which is what I think Ederson is, a very good all-round player. But you need that person that's just going to take the ball in midfield. And for me, I'm looking around, and there are not many players, guys. There are not many players that you bring in. You might have to sign someone that is younger, that maybe is coming from the Championship or something. Wharton, I've
Wharton's a shout as well.
He's a shout.
Wharton is a shout. I can't lie to you. Wharton is for me a very good signing, man. I like him. I really do. I really like Wharton, man. But again, it's like you're gonna have to fuck a lot of money,
It's
man.
not
And we
going to
don't
be
really
cheap,
have-
guys.
You were
It's
saying
not
Joe
gonna be cheap.
Bellingham. Yeah, Joe Bellingham's
Isn't he
another
more
one.
of if he more of an attacking midfielder, Joe Bellingham, or is he more central?
Who? Joe Bellingham.
Yeah.
He's more of an 8, like a box to box 8, but he
Yeah,
can
more
like,
box to box.
Yeah, he can play in the system. He can play definitely in the double pivot, 100%. He can play that system as well. Like I wouldn't see him as a 10. Like he ain't a 10 for me. You know, there was a comment, Angel Gomez. I wouldn't mind Angel Gomez, but I still think you've got a Manu there that, you know what I mean, that we haven't still found out what he is. You're bringing in Gomez, you know what I mean? Like, is he taking his position? Even though Gomez is a 6, you know what I mean? Like, is he gonna take his spot? Like, I don't know, man. Like, let's work on what we have from within first, and then look at other players. Personally, but I wouldn't mind Angel Gomez. I can't lie to you, but I just don't know if United are keen on bringing in ex-players again, you know, in that way. I don't think they are. I don't think their focus is on that right now. Bringing in ex-players. That's why I think anyway.
It's just his weaknesses. Like it's not like as if he's a slouch in midfield. Like he gets around and he puts in a tackle. Like he's kind of like Bernardo Silva in that way. But I just worry about him physically coming back to the Premier League. I just worry. I don't think that's what we need right now. But I think if he finds the right club, he can do well wherever he goes. I just think we need a different profile of player, especially in that midfield. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know who. Yeah. Like Leverkusen, I keep going back to Germany because I think Vivel might do something, especially with his links. I think we're going to sign young play. I think outside of Edison, I think the second midfielder we possibly get is going to be like this young Argentinian situation where we sign a young player that's going to come in there. That's what's going to be because I don't think
I'm not really too familiar with the German league. I can't lie. It does a talent. What's really coming out of there? Is it you got Stiller? You know what I mean? What's really coming out of there? You know, like
you got Stiller. You got what's this guy's name? Ezekiel Palacio.
He's been around for a couple of years, though.
He's been around for a minute. He's been around for a minute, but Man Utd have scouted him before. I think we've been linked to him before. So
I'm not sure about the Metro. I can't lie. I'm not sure about the Metro.
I don't know, man. The talent is not there like guys think. It's really not. So you might have to take a risk.
Man. Midfield is bro. Like the midfield used to be very strong, man. But right now, you know, you've got players who have basically been at other clubs and not really done well, and then you have to take a gamble on them. You know what I'm saying? Or you pay premium, you find out
go Beleba, go Watson. That's the
Simmons. I'm not really fond of Simmons, man.
Simmons is not a central. It's not a central midfield.
I'm not fond of Simmons, man. I really am not fond of Simmons, man. Something about Simmons that puts me off badly, bro. Really, really badly. I'm not a fan of Simmons.
He's giving me. I know maybe it's because he's Dutch, but he's giving me gonna flop in the Premier League.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Another situation where people think he's that, and the next thing you know, he ain't that, and the next thing you know, it's like he's almost he's got attitude problem, and the next thing you know, we hear about his like you know it's like in it though, man.
The way he plays is just a little bit like he goes from a 2 to the 8 out of 10 performance. Like his performance.
He's almost for me a luxury player. He's an ultimate luxury player, bro. He's like if you have to define luxury player. It's Xavi Simmons. It really is like because you have to build something around him. But is he like the guy that you build around? I don't think he is. I really don't.
Gomez is decent. Joe Gomez is decent.
Yeah. Kamara.
I also like Andre as well from Wolves. I just don't know if we'll sign.
Yeah. Big up to Andrew Asamoah's balls over the top. We're working for Lyon, and the minute we had the lead, we went back to possession, gave the lead right back. Top lessons. I agree. Some comps are different. This guy is him. Forget. We don't need Osimhen. He'll be another Lukaku. And let's not get too excited. Remember Quenda Bomber. You know what, man? I can't lie. I forgot about that Quenda Bomber, you know. And the reason why I forgot about the Quenda Bomber is because he's not coming right now. He's coming in 2026. So we don't really have to worry about. But it is something to put in the back of your mind of, yo,
I agree.
We thought that we had that in a bag.
But do you think we dropped out of that race? Or do you think Chelsea stole him?
I think Chelsea just went in and just said, yo, listen, we're getting Quenda, but we're gonna give Sporting a better package by saying we don't want him now, we want him in 2026. So you can have him for one more year. And then you can have one more year to maybe develop someone or to then maybe, I don't know, like find a replacement or something like that. You get me? Like that's what they kind of saying in that regard. So it is like, for me, would Quenda have been the right situation when you look at the squad and what we're lacking and what we want? Like, it would have been a very young squad, Quenda, and then you have Dogu on either side. Is a lot of inexperience, So
even for the money, I think it would have been a waste of our resources because
exactly
we have other players we need to prioritize, and I don't think it would have made sense right now. It makes more sense to sign Cunha as your first signing, sign a striker. If they're saying they want to get Delap and get Cunha day one, pay the release clauses, get it done. Yeah, that makes more sense to me than chasing the right wing back that you're not even sure that's 17 years old.
Facts. 17 years old, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's a talented player, but it's like talent will come like around again. You know what I mean? Like, talent will come around again, man. Like, it's not as if we're gonna be like, yo, bloody hell, we missed out on bloody, you know what I mean? Like Quenda. It's not like it's not like a superstar. You can see like Lamine Yamal is a superstar, bro.
Yeah, next level.
You're not missing out on a Lamine Yamal. So that's what situation is right now. Someone just sent me this about Cunha. Big up to AJ. He says, fourth shots on target, fourth in ball carries in final third, familiar with formation, career best goal return. Why Man United see Cunha as an ideal fit for Amorim's system. Bro, this is perfect, man. I don't even know what we're doing here.
This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that season, that summer where we were chasing Bruno Fernandes and we didn't get Bruno Fernandes, but then we signed him. I remember. Into Ole's system. So what Ole was trying to do, Bruno Fernandes played well to what Ole wanted to do him to do, and I think Cunha in a certain way is going to do kind of the same thing. I'm hoping anyway that he's going to just slot into what we're trying to do with this double 10 situation, and I think he's just going to work. But I'm like you said, we have so much work we need to do that we can't get giddy at all. I don't want to see any kind of giddiness this summer, guys.
Listen, yo, bro,
just relax.
Bro, I seen that tweet, bro, of everyone under the Cunha comment. Same one we had under Ogati. Did you see that tweet, by the way?
I saw it, yeah.
Bro, the same names were on there, The same names were on there. Is there a familiar story?
Please.
The same names were on there. They weren't even people that were from YouTube as well.
I thought it was the same. No, I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was the same tweet again that someone was just making a joke about. I didn't know it was.
Nah, man, it was real,
it was
bro.
New.
Everyone's saying yes. Even though he's got better quality. Don't get me wrong. Cunha is ready right now.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Bro, we just need to relax, bro. Like, let the signing come and then we can all get gassed a little bit. But, bro, we are starving, bro.
Yeah, I don't mind celebrating a little bit because I've wanted Cunha for a long time. Yeah, I have that little bit of excitement, of course, but just remember,
it is.
We have a lot of work to do this summer. This is the biggest summer in our club's history.
I just don't still feel right about talking about transfer news when we have one of our biggest games coming up. In like, bro, to determine where this club is going in the next years.
If I were Manchester United right now, I would be looking at the summer and saying, worst case scenario. That's how they should be planning the summer.
Yeah,
there's no way you're planning the summer saying best case scenario. We have three knockout games really to determine if we win the
three knockout games.
So you can't plan your whole summer based on that. That will be ridiculous.
Yeah, that will be ridiculous.
That makes zero sense. So you need to plan
like I said,
like we're going to not win this tournament and say, listen, even if we don't win it, we are going to have an aggressive summer, regardless. Is what it is.
Yeah, 100%. And one player alone isn't the thing to do. I mean, you have to go and get a multiple, maybe like a triple like players that you need. Cunha, Chucky, Ahmad, any 8 better than Bruno, and we cook. Listen, we'll see where Bruno's position is next year, man. I'm excited, man. Listen, when you raise the floor, you then realize there's more good problems in it. So we're going to find out where everyone plays next summer. We're going to find out, man. It's good. The manager's then under pressure to deliver.
I agree.
Jay Makwana says, think someone like Osimhen commands authority in the attack, putting their foot down when players go wrong, benefits players like Garnacho overall. Yeah, I don't know about Garnacho and Osimhen working together.
That would not work. I'm sorry, Jesus. I just thought about it right now. That would not work, guys. There would be problems in that dressing room.
See, I don't know, man. I just can't see that, bro. I'll be real with you. Like, yeah, I mean, like, you need a certain level of player to be playing alongside Osimhen. A strong character, man.
He had Kvaratskhelia, guys.
Kvaratskhelia, yeah.
Garnacho is not Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, Garnacho's not Kvaratskhelia, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, bro. And then you got to get crosses in. That's why I said the wing back system is so crucial, because you got crosses in. You know, so it's a sticky one still. It's a sticky one still. I can't lie to you, bro. It's a sticky one still. You know them ones there. So we gonna have to find out, man. We gonna have to find out. Big up to Simply Factions. Cunha along will be a flop. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, even Mertens as well. Mertens as well. You're right. But like I said to you, I think it's gonna be a long summer. Everyone strap in. Don't get too excited. Don't get too giddy. And we analyze as we go along. That we can talk about it. Don't get me wrong. We can analyze it, but don't say nothing is for certain. Let's not let's not speak into existence. Let's not say anything's done. Let's not say, you know, like we're getting him. It's a done deal. You know, because this summer everyone's eating, bro. Everyone's eating.
I feel like I wanted Gyökeres, but I feel like Arsenal are going to sign him.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are going to sign him as well. I think Arsenal are intent on that one. I think that's Arsenal's one right there. I can't lie to you. That.
Guys.
Listen, for me, it's one of them where it is what it is, and like we can't get everything. You know, I thought it would have been Amorim's guy, but it clearly isn't. You know, and you know we move in it.
He wants Champions League football. He wants to go to a club that is maybe in a better established situation, which makes sense. You know, so
it makes sense when you deep it on the long run. It does make sense. You know what I mean? It does make sense. So we just have to see how it plans and go from there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, guys, big up to everyone who's locked in right now. Can we get to? Let me see how many likes we're on right now. We have 579. Could we get to 700 likes, guys? At one point, I think we had 1.4K in it. So, guys, please hit the like button. It's been a sick show. You know what I mean? I've been in London for the majority of the day. I got back just before the show. So, you know what I mean? The least you guys can do is show your appreciation. Tomorrow, we have Mandem Talk. That should be good because certain man in the chat are not qualified and they're still talking like they're qualified. So, make sure you're there tomorrow, Mandem Talk. Also, we
that's
might
going
have the
to
show.
be insane, guys. I'm sorry. That big conversation, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then I think we might have a show as well tomorrow, Football Nightcap. I need to see if the Mandem are about for that one. Hopefully that should be on as well tomorrow. So yeah, tune in for them two shows. Simply Facts, last super chat says Garnacho should be a ball boy. Nothing more. That's crazy. But yeah, guys, hit the like button. We're gonna raid Kaz. Kaz is live right now. So if you want to carry on the conversation, go check out Kaz's channel as well. Elite Pundit, love for coming on, bro.
Yeah, guys. No problem. You guys just hit me up on Twitter. That's where I'm staying right now for the most part. So thanks for joining for the show. Support Saeed. Like, thank you for obviously coming on. It's always a good time, man.
Always, people. Like I said, big up to the chat. I see you lot. Big up Aiden, Leroy. Big up to Broderick. Big up to Krug King. Big up Ramiz. Big up everyone here. Ariel, Itachi. Big up to KC. Yeah, man. I see you lot in the chat supporting. Big up all the super chatters as well today. You know what I mean? You lot know it's always love. And yeah, I'll see you lot tomorrow, man. Have a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are in the world. We're out. Peace.